All right, let's talk about exploring Austin's incredible craft spirit scene. We're going to dive into the absolute best way to experience it, a way that takes all the planning, all the stress, right off your plate, so you can just have fun.
I mean, this is the big question, right? You want to get your friends together and hit up all these amazing distilleries, but man, the logistics can be a total nightmare. Who's going to be the designated driver? How do you get everyone there on time? Never mind trying to navigate those hill country roads after a tasting or two. There's got to be a better way.
So, to really understand why these tours are such a game changer, you first have to get a feel for the scene itself. Austin's craft spirits boom didn't just happen overnight. It was, and is, a full-blown revolution.
The spark that lit the fire really happened back in 2013. See, before then, some old-school Texas laws made it illegal for a distillery to sell you a bottle to take home. Crazy, right? It made it super tough for small craft producers to get by. But once that law changed, boom, the floodgates opened. By 2015, you had pioneers like Still Austin popping up, and by 2017, you had these incredibly unique spots like Desert Door. Fast forward to today, and Austin is a legit national powerhouse.
And just to give you an idea of the scale we're talking about, it's huge. There are now over 100 craft distilleries all across Texas, and Austin is sitting right at the heart of it all. It's the epicenter of all this amazing creativity.
So, with all these incredible places to check out, how do you actually do it? This is where the how you tour becomes just as important as where you tour. It's all about the experience, you know?
I mean, just look at this comparison. On one side, you've got the do-it-yourself tour. You're stressing about who has to stay sober to drive. You're trying to keep a caravan of cars together on winding roads. Someone's always getting lost. But on the other side, zero worries about safety. It's seamless, door-to-door service. The fun never stops because the journey is part of the party. It's a completely different world.
And let's be clear, this is so much more than just getting a ride. The advantages are huge. Safety is number one, obviously. Everyone gets to relax and taste responsibly. You also keep the whole crew together, which keeps the energy high. You're traveling in style, with your own music, and this is key, you're in total control of the schedule. Plus, they've got you covered with water and ice to stay hydrated.
All right, now for the really fun part. Let's do a quick virtual tour of 3 totally different distilleries that show you just how diverse the Austin scene really is.
Here's your little cheat sheet. You've got Still Austin, the urban grain-to-glass pioneer. Then there's Treaty Oak, which is this massive hill country destination. And finally, Desert Door, a truly one-of-a-kind Texas original. 3 completely different vibes, 3 absolutely incredible experiences.
First up, Still Austin. This spot is right in the city in southeast Austin. They are the real deal when it comes to grain to glass. That means everything from the Texas-grown grains to the final product happens right there on site. You have to try their award-winning wheated bourbon. It's fantastic.
Then you can head out into the hill country to Treaty Oak. And listen, this isn't just a distillery, it's a whole destination. We're talking a 28-acre ranch with a great restaurant, an awesome cocktail bar, and live music. Honestly, you could just hang out here for an entire afternoon and have an amazing time.
And if you want something totally unique, you have to go to Desert Door. They make sotol. It's a spirit that's distilled from the desert spoon plant, which grows wild in Texas. It's kind of earthy, it's super smooth, and it is a true taste of the land. This is a spirit with a story you just won't find anywhere else.
So hopefully that gives you a little taste of what's out there. Now, you might be thinking, okay, this sounds amazing, but how do I actually make it happen? Let's walk through just how simple it is to plan your perfect day.
And honestly, the process couldn't be easier. You just reach out with your date and how many people you've got, then you pick the right bus for your group size and vibe. After that, and this is a huge perk, you get expert help to map out your route and hit the spots you're most excited for. You confirm with a quick online payment, and that's it. All you have to do is show up and get ready to have an amazing time.
Now, let me give you a few pro tips to make sure your day goes from great to absolutely perfect. First, book your actual distillery tours way in advance. Seriously, they fill up fast. Second, make sure you eat a good, solid meal before you start. And hydrate. Drink lots of water between stops. Oh, and talk to the tour guides. Ask questions. They love sharing their passion. And of course, buy a bottle to take home. It's the best souvenir.
And speaking of having a great day, the single most important thing is to taste responsibly. A distillery tasting is not like a wine tasting. We're talking about pours of spirits that are anywhere from 80 to 120 proof. That is way stronger than beer or wine. So pacing yourself and drinking water isn't just a suggestion, it's absolutely crucial.
So, when you put it all together, the safety, the convenience, the nonstop fun, what you're really getting is so much more than a tour. You're getting a day you and your friends will be talking about for years.
And I know what you might be thinking. This has to be expensive, but you'd probably be surprised. For a full 8-hour tour, if you have a group of 20, it can break down to just over $100 a person. When you think about the cost of Ubers back and forth, parking, and just the sheer hassle of doing it yourself, the value is just undeniable.
This quote right here really nails it. It's not just about getting from point A to point B. It's about creating this perfect, seamless experience where the ride itself, the time between the distilleries, is just as much a part of the celebration. It turns a logistical headache into another highlight of the day.
So I guess that just leaves one final question. As you start dreaming up your own perfect tour, with all these incredible options out there, from rich Texas bourbon to earthy, wild-harvested sotol, which Austin spirit are you going to discover first?